Greetings and salutations, everyone. How's it going? Hope everyone's doing well. Here on this beautiful Sunday morning as we are approaching the end of the year and the end of the fantasy football season all at once. It's going to be great. All right. So, let's go ahead. We're going to give it a couple minutes, see how everybody starts to trickle in, and then we'll get into the full swing of things. Waiting for you patiently. Hello. All right, cool. All right, let's see here, shall we? All right. I'm just going to pull up a chat. Hey, guys, how's it going? Okay. What are we doing? All right. Who's going to win, the Giants or the Cowboys? No, the Giants are going to win. It's not even close. What are you talking about? The Cowboys aren't going to play their starters. If the Cowboys are to play their starters, they'd have to be some of the dumbest pieces of you-know-what that I've ever seen. Like, they have no incentive. Whether they win or lose, they have a home game because they won the NFC East, and no matter if they win, they still don't have a better record than the Bears, who are the third seed, trying to become the second seed today. So no matter what, the Giants are going to win because the Cowboys have no incentive to play. Now, if they play and they win, good on them. But if somebody gets hurt, that coach should be fired instantly. Greetings and salutations. That's right, Tyrone Jenkins. Let's see here. Evan Engram or Rob Gronkowski. We had this conversation last week, and I said, Gronk, I'm never picking Gronk again. We're going Evan Engram this week, Hector. I'm not even kidding. There's no trust. I can't trust it anymore. Evan Engram, at least against the defense of the Cowboys, as I was just mentioning, they're not going to play all their starters. That's a given. They have no incentive to do so. So Ingram should be good today. Let's see here. Tonio Brown, but I feel okay. Yeah, I don't know about Tonio Brown right now. He's sitting there at like a questionable, standing, I guess you could say. As of right now, it's all up in the air. We'll see how this turns. Did my stream just like restart itself? What the hell happened there? All right, either way. What's the latest on Antonio Brown? That's a great question. And to be honest, I don't even know if there's a latest on him. I mean, we have to wait and see. Does he play in the morning? This is always the questions, because whether they play in the morning or not will determine everything. Because if it's an afternoon game, then shit if I know. He has to warm up. He's got to get ready for us to kind of get a feel of it. Just like last week, right? Todd Gurley. We didn't know his status in the morning because they were playing in an afternoon game. And then as soon as about 11:30 hit, boom, he was considered to be out. Yeah, the Steelers play in the afternoon. So status for Antonio Brown going forward, I know you guys want to know. Sure, I want to know. But it's really just it's a question mark at this point. Let's see here. All right, let's scroll. Okay, hold up. What the hell happened here? Russ at QB or someone else? No, I love Russell Wilson at QB. It's not a problem. I mean, just look at his stats, dude. He's an animal. Should the Giants trade for a QB in the draft or trade up? I mean, depends what's available. Depends what kind of team they want to build. If either the Clemson kid comes out. To be honest, if I was an NFL organization, I'm literally waiting for the Alabama quarterback to come out. I'll wait till next year. I'll just tank another season. Honestly, that kid's so damn good. Let's see here. Good morning from Puerto Rico. Oh, my goodness. Hey, good morning. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Holy moly. Change your ranks this weekend? Yeah, I did. I have my updated rankings, Manny. I will show them. I'm just waiting for everybody to kind of filter in. Damian Williams or Jordy Nelson? I'm going with Damian Williams. That's pretty standard here. I'd rather take the running back that's going to... Listen, for those of you who were wondering, hey, is Damian Williams going to play or, Spencer Ware seems to be healthy? Listen, the other day they went out and they signed Damian Williams to a contract extension. They added on 2 more years to his current contract, threw him some more money, said, hey, congratulations, you're a new starting running back. Spencer Ware still a little banged up, a little questionable, limited practices throughout the week. So as of right now, I'm still fully on Damian Williams, playing well this week. Last 2 weeks, over 20 fantasy points in half-point PPR scoring format, so should be good. My fantasy season is over, but I'm still in a pick 'em. Yeah, thanks for the advice. No problem. Russell quarterback or someone like Andrew Luck. I'd probably take Andrew Luck tonight against the Titans over Russ. I think Russ is playing against the Cardinals, and to be honest, the chances are they're just going to run the ball down the Cardinals throughout the entire game because the Cardinals can't stop the run. They have no, I don't think they'll need Russell Wilson to throw the ball much. So Smith kicks. I'd go with Andrew Luck tonight. Let's see here. I'm doing the same. Okay, yeah. Won a championship in 2 of my leagues. Thanks for helping me out. Making those tough decisions. No problem. Oh, my goodness. 2 of your leagues. I only won 1 this year, and then Phillip Rivers sunk the other ship. God damn it, Phillip Rivers, you piece of garbage, man. That 3 points against the... I didn't have any better options. I had Jameis Winston sitting on my bench. I think he ended with like 16 at the end of that game. I wasn't going to play Jameis. There's no way. I was gonna drown with the ship, literally, with Phillip Rivers as my captain, so no problem. But you're welcome. Congratulations on the 2 championships. Darnold or Mitch Magic? Yeah, no, I'm going with Sam Darnold. I don't know how much I can trust Mitch Trubisky this week. It just doesn't seem like too good of a play today, especially against that Vikings defense that's fully getting it going. It's just, yeah. I don't know how much I can buy into that. Okay. As this questions start to roll in, I think I'm going to start pulling up my updated rankings in a second. I know I didn't do a video on quarterback, so I'm sure you guys are wondering what I'm thinking quarterback-wise. So on Friday, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to record a video on Friday. I even mentioned on Thursday. I was like, I don't want to record tomorrow. So I didn't record on Friday. And then Saturday rolls along, and I'm like, damn, there's so much college football available. And I just start watching these games and, start hanging out. And then all of a sudden, boom, there's a UFC event. And I caught that. Goodness gracious. That women's title fight. Holy moly. They came out swinging, literally. All right, anyway, let's start pulling up some quarterback updated rankings. So it's not technically updated, but, I did some filtering this morning just to throw it around here and there. To be honest, number 18 on my list can really be just about anybody. I'm not sure how well Baker's going to play against the Ravens. To be honest, that could even be Mitch Trubisky at this point. I've taken him off the list completely because if you can't score against the 49ers defense, I don't know how much you're going to do against the Vikings defense. So that's the only thing. But looking at a couple of your questions, right? Russell Wilson, Nick Foles, or Phillip Rivers, right? I'm taking Russell Wilson, Manny. But to be honest, if you're of the opinion that they don't have to, pass the ball very often, all they're going to do is run the ball through the Cardinals defense, then Nick Foles is your next best option. And then it would be Phillip Rivers after. Let's see here. Let me see what Tyrone Jenkins is saying. Let me scroll up here. Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. It says, keeper league question for next year. Do you have any high upside wide receiver going into next season? Example, Kenny Golladay. Yeah, Tyler Boyd. I think Tyler Boyd. I think he played about 11 games, had 1,000 yards receiving. That's pretty ridiculous. And he's a newer guy. I think, what is he, in his second year? That's another high upside young wide receiver. Other than that, like off the top of my head, high upside keeper wide receiver. I don't know. I'll think about it and I'll start throwing out names. Let's see here. Just got sunk by Drew Brees and Luck in the semis. Yep. It's literally, if you've managed to get to your championship game, understand how lucky you are. No matter what the format is, whether you ended last week, whether you're ending this week, getting to the championship game requires a lot of luck on top of, having a good team. Either way. All right, let's see here. What are we doing? Wait, why did I scroll too far? No, I didn't. Okay, Moby1 Kenobi says, took over a team at 1-4, and we are in the second week of the finals with a 15-point lead. Jesus, Moby1. Had a baby. It's clutch. Let me go back to the questions really quickly. Here we go. All right, let's see here. PPR pick 3 running backs. We have Carson, Jamal Williams, Anderson, Damian Williams, Marlon Mack. Okay, between those 5 names, I'm already eliminating Marlon Mack from the conversation. It's got a tougher matchup against the Titans, and Andrew Luck's going to throw the ball a lot today. So just looking at the rest, Carson has to play against the Cardinals. And then those other three, they're so close. But I'm taking Damian Williams, and I'm probably taking C.J. Anderson, and I'm leaving Jamal Williams on the bench, which is tough. It's tough in itself. But let me go find my running back rankings. That's not it. Here it is. I still have Damian Williams at 2. I'm telling you, this Raiders defense they're gonna feel the definition of pain, and they're gonna get completely boat raced and throttled and completely killed. So I'm sure Damian Williams is gonna be able to contribute to that. Chris Carson against the Cardinals defense, that's too easy to give up. C.J. Anderson against the 49ers, that's a good matchup. The only thing that concerns me is the Lions run D. They're not bad. They're honestly not a bad group of guys after they picked up a couple pieces before the trade deadline. So I'd probably leave Jamal Williams on the bench, Moby 1. Why do I keep clicking to the wrong? Okay, regardless, let's keep going. Nick Foles or Josh Allen? I'm going with Nick Foles. That's, yeah, for sure. I mean, Josh Allen has a good matchup against the Jets, but I don't know. I don't know how much we can trust it. I don't know. He plays the Jets. No. He plays the Dolphins. Excuse me. He plays the Dolphins. That's a mistake. I had to refresh my memory for a second. He plays the Dolphins. Dolphins secondary is not terrible. They're honestly not that bad. They could probably force a couple turnovers here or there. Shrimp Tail. Need help in big time. Okay, let's see here. Help my championship. Who do I play? Chris Carson, Connor Edwards, Damian Williams, McCaffrey against the Saints. Okay. So, how many am I allowed to pick? Because to be honest, you're just telling me names. I don't know how many I could pick. But either way, Shrimptail, I'm thinking it's Carson and Damian Williams are my top 2 between those guys. I don't think McCaffrey's playing today. I'm almost positive that they're going to leave him on the bench today and let him rest for next season, I guess. I don't know, man. This is why you don't play in 17. But I've said it before. These guys that they get pulled out of their lineups. Can I get a confirmation on Christian McCaffrey? Shall we? Let's see here. If Christian McCaffrey plays, I mean, I'd probably play him over I'm not even considering it. If I get information, if someone can confirm that Christian McCaffrey is going to play, then we'll talk about it. Otherwise, it's Carson and Damian Williams. Let's see. Last week to help me win the championship against my rival. Against my rival, huh? You have rivals? Or you just have friends that you just want to kick their ass. Which one is it? Zach Gurley and Keenan Allen. My team still put up 211. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. I mean, if you didn't sit... Okay, Keenan Allen said, yeah, that's pretty clutch. But Gurley said that's a given, considering. Where am I going? I'm scrolling and I have no clue. Okay, here we are. Thank you. No problem, Jake Bo. All right, let's see here. How do you feel about Rodgers in the windy, cold weather? I have no problem. The only concern I have for Rodgers is not having Davante Adams out there. If Davante Adams doesn't play, he's been questionable, did not practice all week long. Probably leaning towards he might play, but if he doesn't, it doesn't help Aaron Rodgers much. Not having your number 1 wide receiver, you have to rely upon all the young guys out there. It obviously brings up the value of a Marquez Valdez-Scantling or a St. Brown. So those 2 guys are decent pickups this week and perhaps plays at the flex or wide receiver 3. But as of right now, I'm okay. He's used to it. I mean, he literally plays in what's it called? Green Bay, Wisconsin for half the season. He plays at home. He's used to the cold, windy weather, so I think he'll be fine. Pick 2, Mixon, Chubb, Michelle, C.J. Anderson. I'll take Michelle and C.J. Anderson. Yeah, I'll take both of those guys. If AB is out, is Jordy Nelson a good start in a standard league? I also have Dalvin Cook, Damian Williams. So I don't know how you want me to answer this, because Jordy Nelson, sure, but what other option do you have, Cole? Like, I need to know your other options. And in between, I also have Dalvin Cook or Damian Williams. I'm still going Damian Williams. I don't even care if Ware is active. I still think Damian Williams is going to get the bulk of the carries. And Dalvin Cook versus the Bears defensive front, that's not a great matchup. Jason asks, okay, I need help at the I need help. Nick Chubb, Peyton Barber, CJ Anderson, Gus Edwards, Jalen Samuels, Darren Sproles. Okay, really quickly, let's actually establish this before we go anywhere. Okay, so look at my running back rankings really quickly. You see number 5, guys. If James Conner is to play, congratulations, he's my number 5 this week. If he doesn't play and it's only Samuels in the backfield, he is my number 5. If they both are active today, I'm probably still leaning with Conner at number 5. I really don't care. Like, I'll run Conner out there. If he's active and ready to play, like, it's the Bengals. They give up the most points to the running back position. I think they're giving up like 28 per game to the running back. So this would be a good way to get Conner back into the swing of things. But either way, just to kind of put it out there, they play in the afternoon, so we're not going to know until then. So if you have better options, play them. But otherwise, I'd hold out and see how it goes. But then again, some people don't have other options. You have Samuels on your roster, you get to 1 o'clock, and all of a sudden they're saying Conner's playing. So, okay, you can't play Samuels anymore. He's no longer a viable option. Do you have another option in the afternoon slate or in the night games to be able to pick up that? That's always the question at hand. So just keep that in mind. But to answer your question, I need to pick 3 of these guys, Jason, and I'm going with CJ Anderson. I'm going with Gus Edwards. And then I'm probably going with Nick Chubb. If, in fact, Jalen Samuels is playing, we won't know until the afternoon. So the safe play would be Nick Chubb this week. Yeah. All right, let's see here. How do you think the snaps will be between Williams and Ware? I have no clue. If I was the offensive coordinator of the if I was Andy Reid's little henchman, I'd figure it out and I'd let you guys know. But to be honest, I have no clue. It'll probably be like a 80-20 split, to be honest. All right, here we go. Back to the questions. All right, Damian Williams, Peyton Barber, Elijah Mcguire, Gus Edwards. I'm picking Damian Williams. I don't know why we're so scared of Damian Williams, guys. Why are we afraid of it? What is Spencer Ware to us that he's scaring the shit out of all of us? I don't understand. Come on, guys. I'm almost positive that Spencer Ware is not going to do anything. Let's actually hold up. Let me see this. I want to see if Spencer Ware even practiced yesterday. What am I looking for? Injury report. So anytime you're worried about a specific player, all you got to do is type up their name, type up injury report, go to their the team's website, because they have to technically update their injury report daily in order to stay up to code. So it kind of gives you a better idea. Sorry, I'm just like slapping away at the keys. All right, let's see some questions here. Dalvin, Sony, Jamal Williams, Anderson, pick 2. The screen on my on my left, should be able to answer that. It would probably be Jamal Williams and CJ Anderson over Dalvin Cook and Sony Michel. Let's see here. 3. I don't know what that means. Oh, you probably said pick 3. It doesn't matter. I don't like IDP, but Bosa or Chris Jones, 2 points per tackle, 3 points per sack. Bosa has been a bust in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, then go Chris Jones. Chris Jones has actually been dominating offensive lines in the last couple weeks. This last week, he was giving the Seattle Seahawks all they could handle, honestly. After he got snubbed from being a Pro Bowler, he's just letting it rip. Let me see here. All right, let me see this injury report. Other question: Lamar Miller or Kenyon Drake in a or in a full point PPR? Let's see here. Where's Lamar Miller? He's at 25. Kenyon Drake's at 26. Did you see this and then you asked on purpose just to make me have to make the decision? I'm not making the decision. It's right there. To be honest, I'm afraid of Lamar Miller to an extent because, hey, what if he falls down and gets injured again? And then I'm afraid of Kenyon Drake because if Adam Gase doesn't want to hand him off the ball, what kind of value does he have? You know what I mean? It doesn't work. Happy New Year, Andrew. Yes, not yet, but soon. But yeah, Happy New Year to you guys as well. How's your morning going? I don't know. I just woke up like an hour ago and I'm hungry. So that's how it's going. I don't know. Would you put Elijah Mcguire over Jamal Williams? I don't know. How close do I have Elijah Mcguire? Mcguire's at 11, Williams at 7. I would consider it. I mean, Elijah Mcguire has been an animal in the last couple weeks, but the only issue is how susceptible are the Patriots defense. I think they're not that good against the run, but how good is the run game or the offense of the Jets? They've been playing against some weaker defenses. If the Patriots want to clamp down and secure this first round bye, they could give the Jets all they can handle. Let me see that. Where's the injury report? All right, where is, really quickly, Spencer Ward, hamstring, full practice all week. Is that all week? Or how many days is that? Wednesday and Thursday, full practices. Friday, didn't even practice. That's interesting. And he's still considered questionable. Maybe something happened. I don't know. All right, let me see these questions. Here we go. Are you planning on having a 2019 draft strategy video? Yes. I mean, I don't know how much detail you want me to go into, but the answer is absolutely yes. I'm not going anywhere, guys. Don't worry. It's not like I'm a one and done kind of person. Can't do super chat. Video says must be public. What? What the hell does that mean? Okay, give me a second. Let me see what I can do here. Must be public. I have no idea how the hell they even changed that, dude, to be honest. But it's no big deal. Super chat's not necessary. That's all I can say. So, no big deal. I'm going to do this really quickly while I'm sitting here. I'll get to your questions, dude. Don't worry. I'll get to your question, guys. I just got to figure something out here. Okay. Now it should work, Moby1. Now it should work, technically. All right? Now it should work. So let me go ahead and do something real quick. Let's do this. All right, boom. All right, so let's go back to that. All right, beautiful. All right, I'm just going to start at the bottom. I don't want to scroll up. Julian Edelman or Damian Williams? I'll take Damian Williams. I'm telling you, if Spencer Ward comes out and he becomes a starting running back, I'll eat my words. But I'm almost positive Damian Williams, who has been rushing for 100 yards each of the last 2 weeks, is going to continue to do the same against the Raiders. Just saying. All right. Anyway, what do you think about Baldwin or Humphries taking Davante Adams' place if he doesn't play? Okay, so Shrimp Tail, off the top of my head, I'm taking Baldwin over Humphries. I think he has a higher touchdown upside. Even though Humphries, last week, PPR, 10 receptions, that's pretty ridiculous. So I wouldn't mind playing Baldwin or Humphries over Adams, obviously, if he's injured, but I'd probably prefer Doug Baldwin this week. Let's see here. And then your question on defenses. Do you like the Saints or New England or Vikings? Just saw on TV Davante is inactive. Okay, cool. So that makes it easy. So everybody, thank you, Shrimtail, for coming out with that information. In fact, he is inactive, and not a surprise. Didn't practice all week long. But defensively, I'm honestly, I'm almost positive the Saints aren't playing any of their starters. So that would probably include defense. Now, if in fact they throw out their defense and they just completely ransack the Panthers, that's a good play. But I don't know how many of their defense starters are actually going this week. Now, between the New England Patriots and the Vikings, I'm taking the Vikings defense versus the Bears offense. Bears can literally only run the ball. And if they don't get the running game going, I don't know how much Mitch Trubisky's going to be able to do. He's been struggling in the last couple weeks. Just throwing the ball in general. Coming off that injury, just hasn't looked the same as he did earlier on in the season. Let's see here. Who would you start at the flex? PPR, Michelle, Robbie Anderson. Okay. I'll get to your question right now, Moby1. Michelle, Robbie Anderson, Damian Williams, or Elijah Mcguire in a PPR? I'm playing Damian Williams. I don't know. I don't understand, but I'm playing Damian. I'm almost positive, guys. He's my number 2. I'm full in on the Damian Williams train. Just saying. All right, Moby1, let's get to you. Here we go. Thank you again for the donation, buddy. Much appreciated. Goes a long way. All right, pick 2. Antonio Brown at 3:30. Yeah, you probably have him at 3:30. Should I pick up Washington? Which is that Dwayne Washington? Is it the running back for the Oh, no, that's James Washington for the Steelers. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. I like that, actually. Robbie Anderson, Galladay, questionable. Okay, Chris. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I got to pick two between all these guys. Okay, these are some pretty good names, to be honest. Even if you pick up James Washington, I'm not sure if he's a better play than a guy like Robbie Anderson or Kenny Galladay this week. I know Kenny Galladay is questionable, but if he plays, he's going to be good. He plays against the Packers defense that's been struggling all season long, especially last couple of weeks. Holy moly, they've been giving up points in bunches. And Kenny Galladay is the number one target and receiver on that team. So I don't think there's a possibility that there's Kenny Galladay struggling today unless his injury gets in his way. So I'd probably play Robbie Anderson and Galladay. Now, if in fact Galladay somehow doesn't play today, okay, probably going with Adam Humphries second. So I'd go Anderson, Humphries. Man, I like James Washington, but I don't know how much. I don't know if I like him that much. The reason he was getting targeted a lot last week is because they were double covering Tonio Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster last week, and that forced him to have to throw to somebody else. And the only other receiver on that team was Washington, and he couldn't get it done either. So if Tonio Brown's out, Juju Smith obviously a top 5 wide receiver this week, but James Washington not so much. So we'll just go with Robbie Anderson, Kenny Galladay, and our sub is Humphries with the third best. Anyway, thank you for the donation. Much appreciated, brother. All right, let's see here. Blake Jarman was a bad tight end last week. That is exactly why I stopped doing hidden gems, ladies and gentlemen. But I still won my championship. Congratulations. That's literally why I stopped doing hidden gems. Because hidden gems are the most toxic. Like, they'll either hit or they'll be complete trash cans. That's why they're hidden gems, because they're trash or they're boom or bust. Let's put it that way. Damien or Jalen Samuels if Connor is out. I'm still taking Damian Williams. Even if Connor is out, I'm fully on this Kansas City running back train. What is this? Breeze and Alvin Kamara are inactive. What a surprise. Did someone just say Galladay's inactive? There's no way. That would be hilarious, because if he is, then as I mentioned, Moby1, you'd go with Adam Humphries after that. Let me find this really quickly. No way. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's a younger talent. I don't know if they want to put him out there and get him torched when they can just keep him healthy for next season. Damn it. Can I pull this up or not? Thank you. All right, here we go. All right, where are you at, Kenny Galladay? Yeah, I don't know any information about him being inactive, but we'll see. That's multiple people saying Kenny Galladay is inactive. Holy moly, that is not good. So, Moby1, people are coming in with the clutch. Robbie Anderson and Adam Humphries, best two options there. Buffalo defense versus the Dolphins, or the Bears versus the Vikings. I'd probably go with the Bears. I mean, yeah, the Bears versus the Vikings. They killed Kenny Galladay. That was bad. They killed Kenny. Oh, my goodness. Sonny Michel or C.J. Anderson, Kyle Woodward. We're going with C.J. Anderson. Oh, sorry, no, not Kyle Woodward. Thean Dan Pham. We're going to go with C.J. Anderson. Thoughts on Chris Carson? He's playing. According to Pete Carroll, they're playing their starters, and they want to make sure that they play against the Cowboys in the first round of the playoffs, and they want to make sure that they avoid either playing the Rams or the Bears. Now, to be honest, I think the Seahawks can go into either of those places and win. All three of those places. I'm pretty sure they can go in there and they can win. They don't really have to play today, but they are. And Chris Carson is starting running back, and he's playing against one of the worst running defenses in the NFL. The Cardinals got torched by C.J. Anderson last week, right? C.J. Anderson didn't have a job for nearly half the season, and now all of a sudden he ran for 167 and won. So Chris Carson's a good play, Kyle. Should I be starting Michael Thomas? No, Michael Thomas should not play. You should not be starting him. Drew Brees is inactive. Alvin Kamara is inactive. Chances are Michael Thomas will play one drive or probably no drives and end up, sitting on the bench and hanging out and eating some seeds for the rest of the game. Let's see here. Should I play Michael Thomas? Okay, Josh Reynolds or Dede Westbrook, my other options. I probably didn't play Josh Reynolds, to be honest. let's see. If Kamara is actually out today, is Engram a must start? I don't even know how much they're going to run Engram out there. Engram is literally, I don't know. I would, let's see here. Sorry. I was looking at some update on Leonard Fournette. As of right now, if Mark Ingram is going to get a full workload, then sure. But how do we guarantee that? We don't. I've heard nothing about Mark Ingram being the guy that's going to get 25 touches today. But if you're feeling like he potentially could be, then you go for it. It's just there's there's too many players that are literally question marks at this point. That's literally why I hate this. There's too much of this BS information where we don't know what's happening, but yet again we know what's happening all at the same time, and it's killing us. McCaffrey is active. Now do I play him over? Yeah. McCaffrey, if he's active and he's playing against the Saints defense, and the Saints defense don't have many starters, then McCaffrey's probably a good play. He's probably like a top 3 this week. To be honest, because he's a top 3 every week, but that's a different conversation on its own. So I'd probably play McCaffrey if he's active and going shrimp. Let's see here. If Brown doesn't play, pick one: Dalvin, Anderson, or Sony. I'm going with C.J. Anderson this week, Joe. If Antonio Brown is out. Let's see here. Okay, I'm getting too far ahead of myself here. Where are we going? Okay, where are we at? Safe to start McCaffrey. Safe? I don't know what safe means. Because McCaffrey could end up with 25 points. He could end up with 5 points. I don't know how much they're going to play him or to what extent they're going to use him. But I would think it's a better play than a lot of the other guys. I probably literally have him in the top 5 if he plays today. Because I'm telling you, the Saints are probably not starting their best possible defense. They're going to throw a couple, second string, third string, special team guys out on the defense and let them rip. If they play their starters for the first couple of drives, that's fine, or maybe even for the first half. I could expect that to happen, but not sure about them playing fully. Let's see. If Connor is still in, do I play Samuels? No. If Connor plays, Samuels pretty much becomes irrelevant. The entire thing about the Steelers' offense is they play on a one-back set, and all they want to do is use one running back in particular. Everybody else, becomes second fiddle, a.k.a. I don't touch the ball. Maybe once or twice if the other guy needs water. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't play Samuels. Even if Connor's in, yeah, Samuels becomes irrelevant. Deshaun Jackson out. Could Godwin have a big week? Yeah, potentially. But what has Godwin done in the last couple weeks comparatively to a guy like, what's it called? What's his name? Adam Humphries. Adam Humphries is getting guaranteed targets. Now, if you play in a league where it's a standard and you're looking for touchdown upside, okay, Godwin's the better play. But if you're in a PPR of any sort, half point, full point, Adam Humphries is just a better play, Moby one. Let's see here. Safe. Okay, yeah, we got to do that. Do you believe Van Esch is going to play this week? I started Wagner last week, and Van Esch had 18 points by halftime. Literally, Ryan James, listen, I don't play individual defensive player. That is probably... I would be throwing darts at the board to give you information like that because that's literally what I did last time. You asked, I was like, listen, I don't play IDP, but I'd guess X, Y, or Z, I have no clue how much stats defensive players accrue on a usual game basis, but either way, best of luck to you this week. Let's see here. Here's a good one. Kendrick Bourne or Robert Foster? I'm probably going with Robert Foster, to be honest. Kendrick Bourne, I don't even know how he's going to work as a number 1, number 2 receiver. I think probably Marcus Goodwin would end up being the number 1 there since Dante Pettis is down. So I'd probably still go Robert Foster, Timothy. Wilson, Foles, or Winston? It's Wilson or Foles. And the question is, do you believe that the Seahawks are just going to run all over the Cardinals, or is Russell Wilson going to get some stats? I think Russell Wilson can be good today, but I got Foles at 6. I've got Russell Wilson at 4. So they're pretty close. Either way, I think it's a good play this week. Excuse me. Let's see here. I got third place in my league because of the horrible week. Week 15 ruined me. Still happy with it. Wish you a good year. Yep. Happy New Year to you as well. Killer of Light. Sorry we couldn't get you that championship, but it happens. If you check Field Yates' tweet, a bunch of inactives. Gaude is one of them. Updated 6 minutes ago. Thank you very much, Thomas. Much appreciated for that update. I'll go ahead and check that out. Do I play McCaffrey over Connor? I just don't think McCaffrey will play the full game. This is nuts. Yep. I don't think he'll play the full game either. I don't even know how, if he plays one drive and he's done, I'm not going to be surprised. I don't know how many records they want to break, and that's why they're playing him, but I just feel like they shouldn't even play him. It feels like they're perhaps forcing it. They don't even have Cam Newton out there. They have nothing to win. Like, they might as well tank the game, try to lose, to be honest, so they can get a better draft pick. But I don't know. Connor's more of a question mark than McCaffrey at this point, because at least McCaffrey's been said, okay, he's playing, he's active. Connor, on the other hand, I don't even know what the hell he's going to do this week. He's been practicing full, but are they going to use him? That's the question. So we're just going to have to, I don't know, roll the dice on that. Jason asked Julio Jones, Brandon Cooks, Alshon Jeffrey, Zay Jones, Adam Humphries. I'm going with, Brandon Cooks and Alshon Jeffrey are pretty close in my mind. But I'm probably going, what is Julio going to do today against Tampa Bay? So I'd probably go Julio Jones and Alshon Jeffrey between the two, Jason. Yeah, both of them have really good touchdown upside. I understand Brandon Cooks got the speed, but he's been getting shut down the last couple weeks. Goodness, this chat literally doesn't work properly. Every time I scroll, it just updates too quickly. Dwayne Washington or Rod Smith this week? Oh, God. I hate that. Like, literally, having to answer that question is awful. Because the Cowboys say, oh, we're going to play everybody who's healthy. It's like, all right, are you playing Zeke or not? You know. And then on the other hand, we have Alvin Kamara is inactive, but we have no information on whether or not Mark Ingram's going to play. So I'm sitting here like, I have no damn clue, Timothy. Like, I have no idea. But between the two, flip a coin, figure it out. I'm not sure. Literally, I'd probably play Dwayne Washington, to be honest. But then again, I don't know. Remember when Mark Ingram mattered? Yeah. I remember? No, it's remember. Okay, let me go find this tweet this guy's talking about. Let's go find Field Yates. All right, so let's see here. Where are you at, Field Yates? What kind of list do you have of inactive players, my dude? Ezekiel Elliott out. Oh, bless. Okay, that answers your question. Rod Smith gets the start. Davante Adams out. Alvin Kamara out. Drew Brees out. Kenny Golladay out. Leonard Fournette out. Carlos Hyde's in. Yeah, I already ranked him. I'll show you guys that. Cordell Patterson out. Deshaun Jackson out. Kiki Cutie out for the 4th week in a row. Deontay Foreman out. That's good for Lamar Miller owners. And Devin Funchess out, which isn't a big deal because they're getting rid of Devin Funchess by next year this time. He won't be a... Actually, in the next couple months, Devin Funchess will no longer be a Panther. I'll put it that way. He's awful this season. All right, so that answers your question. Ezekiel Elliott is out because they're not playing their damn starters. They'll probably play Dak Prescott for one drive. He'll throw the ball to Amari Cooper, and then he'll go and sit on the bench and eat a hot dog. I don't know. Let's see here. With Davante Adams news, would you start at wide receiver, Adam Humphries or Robbie Anderson? Okay, Adam Humphries has the easier matchup. He, off of last week, looked like the better. I mean, I guess he's the main target of Jameis Winston. But the only issue is Jameis Winston going to play? Because there's been a lot of news that they want to give Ryan Griffin, like the 3rd-string quarterback. Well, now he's the 2nd-string quarterback because Fitzpatrick is always inactive. They want to give him some reps to see what he has. Younger rookie quarterback or second year, I don't know. I don't even know when Ryan Griffin was drafted, to be honest. But either way, they want to give him some reps. So that could hurt Adam Humphries if they pull a Jameis Winston. So as of right now, probably go with Robbie Anderson this week. Do you think it's safe to start Christian McCaffrey? I don't think it's safe to start anybody this week. Let's put it that way. Rams defense, Green Bay defense, or Texans defense. I'm going to go with Texans defense this week. It's Blake Bortles at quarterback. Yeah, I'm playing Texans defense. He'll throw some picks. That's for sure. Gronk or Ian Thomas? Goodness. Ian Thomas scored a touchdown last week. Gronk had 0. That being said, I don't like playing tight ends. I hate tight ends so much. With a 3rd-string quarterback, can Ian Thomas find value against the Saints? It's a good question. I'm probably going Gronk. That's all I can say. Let's see. Total BS information. Agreed. LOL. Jerry Jones is the face of it. Yeah, of course. He wants to sell the idea that people need to buy their tickets to come to the game. And then, oh, Zeke's not playing. Like, they have to act like they're playing their starters. That's literally the entire thing. It's a ploy. They're like, hey, we're playing everybody. Buy our tickets. Come watch us. Boom. We're not playing anybody. We're going to lose by 30 to the Giants today. That's literally going to happen. Watch Saquon run for like 200. All right. Deshaun Jackson, Cordell Patterson, inactive. Yep, just mentioned that. Thank you for that update. Let's see here. Dude won my championships last week by .08 points. Less than a yard. Gronk and Cooper almost lost me the whole thing. How? I don't understand. Oh, my goodness. 0.8 points? I feel like you could have gotten screwed by stat correction. Stat correction literally comes in and snags championships every year. Oh, man, that's crazy. But congratulations, Ben. That's awesome. Chubb or Jordy Nelson at the flex. Oh, man. If you're playing a PPR, I'd consider Nelson, but to be honest, I'm just going Chubb. More touches, more guarantee. If they get to the goal line, he's pretty much going to get in for a touchdown. Foles or Rodgers? I think they're like right next to each other in my rankings, if I'm not mistaken. Damn it, I keep misclicking. Foles, Rodgers. I'm going with Foles over Rodgers because of the fact that Davante Adams isn't playing. So yeah, if Davante was in, I'd probably play Rodgers if Davante was in, but on that note, probably not. So we'll go with Foles. Goodwin is out. Ooh, Goodwin is out. So Kendrick Bourne is literally the only viable wide receiver. Now that makes it a little bit more interesting. Tim, that is actually okay. Yeah. I gotta think about that now. If Kendrick Bourne's literally the only living wide receiver with Goodwin out and Pierre Garçon on IR and now Dante Pettis out for the season, then Kendrick Bourne could be literally the only guy catching the ball. I'm sure Kittle's going to contribute a little bit here or there too. Standard thoughts on Sterling Shepard with Odell Beckham out this week? Yeah. Let's talk about some wide receivers really quickly while we're on the subject. Okay, where's my keyboard? Thank you. All right, so really quickly, we got to shrink this screen really quickly, guys. Okay, beautiful. So really quickly, if Antonio Brown, number one, if he's out this week, that's why I have the little asterisk there. Juju Smith becomes the number 5 wide receiver, and everybody else can go up 1, and Antonio Brown will be out. But otherwise, I have Juju at 10 and Antonio Brown at 1. That is just the preface I wanted to throw out there just so we all are on the same page. Okay, so that's that. Just look at the screen. I'm going to leave it up here for a couple seconds, and then we'll go and we'll answer some questions on where we're talking about Sterling Shepard in a second. C.J. Anderson or Sony Michel? I'll take C.J. Anderson this week, Joey. You said Antonio Brown is feeling better today. They said Antonio Brown is feeling better today. Hoping to play. Davante Adams out, yeah. I hope he plays. For you guys that have him, I hope he plays. He had, 38.5 points last week? Plays against Cincinnati this week. Goodness, that's an easy matchup. Henderson or Njoku at tight end. Oh, goodness, I think you mean Herndon. I don't think you mean Henderson. I think you mean Chris Herndon, Lex69. So Chris Herndon or David Njoku. I'm probably going with Chris Herndon this week. I don't really like any of the Browns versus the Ravens this week. It's a really tough matchup. And you have 2 running backs. Okay, I played Jordan Howard and I played Rod Smith. With the news that Zeke Elliott's out. David Rios says, name that we shall not, mention. This one, yeah, right here. You see, right here. This is what you get, right? You see, right? This right here, yeah. This is what you get when you play this guy. An L. You get an L. Okay. Crowder or Foster. To be honest, I don't want to play this guy. Oh, no, I'm not even... Look at me. I'm so stupid. Let's go back here. You guys see this really quickly? I've been saying some shit. You see this? This guy. I'm not playing this guy. I don't trust it. He plays against a tough secondary, so I'm playing Crowder and Foster. I'm not going to mention this name. We already know that. Okay, yep. We got the list going there. What is this? Tell me. What kind of comment is this? Alfredo, what the hell is this? Somebody explain this to me. Maybe you can explain it to me. Comment back really quickly. Tell me what the hell possesses you to send something like that. I don't understand. Why the fuck are you tools playing in leagues in Week 17 SMH? What difference does it make to you? Like, literally, how does that affect your life that you got to come in here and start fucking talking shit? Come on. Be smarter about this. Let's go. Use your damn brain. Don't fucking just type just to type. All right, let's see here. Deontay Foreman's out. Devin Funchess out. Yep. Okay, yeah. Adam Thielen against Chicago. Thoughts? Not looking good. Adam Thielen got shut down. It was double covered all the last time that they played against Chicago. So it forced Kirk Cousins to throw the ball primarily to Stephon Diggs. So I don't know how well Adam Thielen's going to do this week. I think I have him at 18 at wide receiver this week. It's tough. Let's see here. Half PPR Thielen or Edelman. I'll take Edelman this week. Javoris. Let's see here. Raven defense or Bills defense. I'd probably go with the Ravens. Evan Engram or Jalen Samuels. If Jalen Samuel is the starter and there is no James Conner, I'll take him. But otherwise, I'll take Evan Engram. I mean, just to be safe. Because Conner's practicing full this week, so potentially going to play. So Evan Engram would be the best option there. Baldwin or Humphries. I'm taking Baldwin this week. Rodgers or Ryan. I'll take Aaron Rodgers this week. Man, Ryan looks good against the Buccaneers defense. My only thing is if Tevin Coleman's playing and they hand him the ball off multiple times, he's going to rip off for some runs because that Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is pretty against the run. So to be honest, if I'm not mistaken, I have them right next to each other. Ryan at 5. Never mind. Okay. I've just talked myself back into it. I always got to go with my rankings. I got a default. So we're going with Matt Ryan over Aaron Rodgers there. Oh, goodness. Do you think that Foles will do better with the $1 million incentive? Sure, why not? I mean, I think Foles is going to play because he wants to get to the playoffs. You know, he loves this team and he wants to see them at their best. Miller, Bryan, or Zenner. I think Tevin Coleman's playing today, or I've been told that he's playing today. They mentioned it yesterday. He said the head coach, Dan Quinn, came out and said Julio and Tevin Coleman are playing. So between those three, I'm going with Lamar Miller, Triangle Trav. Happy New Year's, Andrew. Happy New Year's to you as well. Okay, I forgot. Where the hell did it go? Okay, here we go. To you, hello? To you as well, Paul. Let's see here. PPR tight end, Chris Herndon or Jared Cook. QB, Nick Foles. Okay, yeah. Matt Ryan, Nick Foles, or Kirk Cousins. Thanks, appreciate your opinion. Nick Foles and Matt Ryan are literally back-to-back. They're 5 and 6 this week. So it's literally a roll of the dice. It depends what matchup you like. If you think the Buccaneers matchup is a little bit better comparatively to the Washington matchup, then go for it. But either way, I think chances on which team is going to run the ball more, I honestly think I have a feeling that Tevin Coleman is going to run rampant today. But I don't know. It's pretty close there, Shrimp Tail, between Ryan and Foles. I don't think there's a wrong answer between the two either. But now the next question between Herndon and Jared Cook, that is a good question because the last time, I mean, listen, the Kansas City defense, they're not good. They play better at home. But are they good enough? Perhaps Jared Cook finds himself in the end zone, gets a couple good receptions here and there. I don't know. These tight ends are so inconsistent. I don't mean, where has Jared Cook been in the last 10 weeks? Like, not 10 weeks. Like, let's say 5 weeks. Has he been doing anything? Like, I have no clue. I haven't heard this guy's name in a while. I haven't heard that, Jared Cook, man, he's monster tight end this year. I haven't heard anything like that. He was good in the early, part of the season, but as late, not so much. Fairbairn or Butker this week? Probably go with Fairbairn. Yeah, I'll go Keamy Fairbairn. To be honest, the Jacksonville defense is a little better than the Raiders, if you haven't noticed. But all the same, I think because of the fact that Lamar Miller's coming off of an injury, Demaryius Thomas is out, there really aren't many options for the Texans offense, so they'll probably end up stagnating when they get down the field, and they'll have to kick field goals to win. So Fairbairn is my suggestion there. Let me see. Where's Jared Cook? What has he been doing the last couple weeks? Because I know Herndon's been actually getting some targets since the return of Sam Darnold. But all right, let's see here. Jared Cook in the last couple weeks. Holy shit, he's been ripping it up. Okay, you're playing Jared Cook. What the hell is this? Jared Cook's a monster? Oh my God. I don't own a single piece of Jared Cook this season. And he's tearing it up? You got to be kidding me. I know the last 2 weeks he's been terrible. But those are against good matchups. And I mean, it happens. But holy shit, he actually had a good season. What the fuck is happening, guys? All right, let me see here. Where are we going? These questions are too long. I don't want to read them. All right. Per Jen Slater, team sources tell me that they will rest Ezekiel Elliott. Expert backup Darius Jackson and Rod Smith will split reps. That's terrible. That's even worse. That's the worst information you could possibly hear. You own Rod Smith, you want to play him? Hey, guess what? We're going to use Darius Jackson, guy we've never heard of, and he's going to take some carries away. Week 17 kind of forces you to think and do the research. Yeah, I didn't want to think and do the research this week. I'm telling you right now, I didn't want to think and do the research. Can't just plug in players like Zeke, Davante Adams, Michael Thomas. Now we really have to do our homework in order to get the ship. Yep, that is a fact. But you know what the problem is, Scott Simon? It's not even just doing the research. It's trying to like decrypt some of the shit that these coaches say. Because when the coach says, hey, I'm playing him, and then they don't play him, like what the fuck is that? Like literally, I mean, from the beginning of the week, I knew the Cowboys weren't going to play their starters. I knew for a fact, right? Because they have no incentive to do so. So they're not going to. Yet they come out and they say, yeah, no, we're playing them. What kind of bullshit is this? Like we have to decrypt code. Seahawks running back, what about it? Chris Carson? Isn't he playing? I'm almost positive he is. Let's see here. Full PPR, Nelson Aguilar, Deshaun Hamilton. Let me see here. Probably going Deshaun Hamilton. Yeah, I'll go with Deshaun Hamilton. Nelson Aguilar, he was decent last week. Got a good amount of targets, but that big 99-yard touchdown kind of made a big difference. So Deshaun Hamilton, on the other hand, got a good amount of targets. Didn't have to make a big play in order to be relevant, and he's been more consistent in the last couple weeks, so we'll go Hamilton. Let's see here. Does Aaron Rodgers have a huge game, like 3 touchdowns? I don't know. To be honest, it's possible. Is it likely? I mean, Aaron Rodgers is pretty crazy, so if he is to do so, I wouldn't be surprised. And if he ends up with 2 touchdowns, I mean, how many touchdowns did he throw last week? I think he threw 2 touchdowns, ran for 2 last week. He looked damn good. So, and then again, he was playing against the Jets. So, But I'm sure he's going to be good. I mean, he's a top 10, he's a top 7, 8 quarterback on my rankings. I'm sure he's going to be good this week. So, I wouldn't mind playing Aaron Rodgers this week, especially against the Lions. Brady or Bridgewater? I'm probably playing Brady. I don't know about Bridgewater. I mean, I know about him. He's a good quarterback, but he's never been known for lighting it up. He's never been known for, hey, I'm throwing 3 touchdowns this week. Brady, on the other hand, probably has a higher upside of doing so. Bridgewater, even when he was good and he was a starting quarterback of the Vikings, the dude was throwing 15 touchdowns a season. That was it. So I'm not sure how much value he has. Who's playing at RB for the Panthers? According to what everyone's been telling me, Christian McCaffrey's active. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but if he doesn't end up playing, it's going to be Cameron Artis-Payne. If I'm not mistaken. Not sure if Tonio Brown is going this. Okay, just picked up Robbie Anderson off the waivers. Robbie Anderson was on the waivers? Hello? Should I play him over the other receiver choice? I have no other receiver choices. Yeah, I mean, Robbie Anderson's not a bad play. Been pretty good the last couple weeks, so he probably should have been off waivers for a couple weeks now. If I'm not mistaken, I have Robbie Anderson sitting around. What do I have him at? 14 this week? Not a bad play. But, yeah, Antonio Brown's a little bit of a question mark as of right now. So I don't know. I hope Antonio Brown plays. But then again, for those of you who have to decide right now, the safer play, would be Robbie Anderson. Unless you want to roll the dice, play Antonio Brown. If he doesn't end up playing, you pick up James Washington and you throw James Washington into the starting lineup last minute. Let's see here. Who do I do with my flex? Ware or Royce Freeman? Yeah, I'm going with Royce Freeman. I don't trust Spencer Ware this week to get anything done. DeAndre Carter for PPR or QQ with QQ out. Yeah, DeAndre Carter, obviously, as of right now, with Demaryius Thomas out, with Kiki Cutie out, he's the number 2 wide receiver for the Texans. Now, he has to match up against A.J. Boye or Jalen Ramsey. That's not fun. I'm not really buying into that. If you play in a deeper league with like 2 flexes and 3 wide receiver starts, sure, perhaps that's a better play. I know he got a good amount of targets last week. I know he scored a touchdown last week, but I don't know how much that makes a difference when you're playing against really top echelon corners. Luck or Cousins? We're gonna go with Luck. James Branch. Woods, Ertz, or Tyreek Hill? What? Oh man. Oh man. Ertz is damn good though. I'd probably go with Robert Woods, and then Ertz, and then Tyreek Hill, literally in that order. But Ertz is so damn good with Foles at quarterback. I'm telling you guys, if you ever want to take a deep dive, go look up the stats that Ertz had with Foles last season at the end of the year, end of the regular season, and into the playoffs. They were pretty consistent together. But Tom, I'm gonna go with Robert Woods between those 3. Jamal Williams or James Conner. I'm probably playing Jamal Williams just to be safe. I don't want to have to risk it, and somehow James Conner doesn't play, and I don't have a backup to replace it. So Jamal Williams is a good play. Gary Gage says Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston, and does Jameis Winston play the second half? That's literally the question that's at hand. Will he play the second half, or are they going to play Ryan Griffin? To be honest, I have no clue. Obviously, they've come out and said, the coaching staff of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they've come out and said, we want to see some work from Ryan Griffin. So that points the arrow towards, hey, Jameis Winston is probably not playing in the second half. So probably go with Russell Wilson between the 2. Should I be starting Chris Carson? Why not? They say they're going to start their starters. Pete Carroll could be lying to our faces. He could absolutely be lying. But Chris Carson, even on one drive, could probably score 8 points. He just has to find the end zone because the Cardinals' defense is really that bad. So, yeah, I'd probably start Carson. Where are we going here? Where am I going? I can't scroll this much. Jesus Christ. I saw a quick kicker question really quickly, Joe. Matt Bryant, Adam Vinatieri, Brett Maher, or Myers? I'm probably, let me see, Matt Bryant, Maher is the Cowboys kicker, Myers is the Jets, and Adam Vinatieri, the legend, for the Colts. Man, I kind of want to say Matt Bryant. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go with Matt Bryant, I'm going Matt Bryant between the group of them. Yeah, we'll go Matt Bryant this week. Let's see here. We're scrolling. Foles or Rivers? I'll take Foles. Since it's okay, what? Yeah, it's funny. Well, since it's PPR, yeah, that's pretty funny, Moby One. Also, Keenan Allen or Alshon Jeffrey. I'm taking Keenan Allen this week against Denver. Lex says DeAndre Carter, Deshaun Hamilton, Ryan Reynolds. Good old Deadpool. In a standard, I'll go with Deshaun Hamilton between the 3. Just called McCaffrey. Told me he's putting up 40 this week. Great. That's fantastic. Herndon or McDonald? Probably play Herndon. If, in fact, Antonio Brown is out, probably then go with McDonald. But I don't know if we have the option of time on our hands, so we'll go with Herndon between those 2. Robbie Anderson or Jamal Williams at the flex? Give me Jamal Williams. Any news on Ebron? Not that I've heard. Is Adam Humphries a good wide receiver too in a standard? In a standard, absolutely not. Absolutely not. In a PPR, when he's catching the ball 10-plus times, 6, 7-plus times a game, he's fantastic because he's actually being rewarded for doing his job and catching the ball. Yeah, I know it doesn't make sense, but in a standard, yeah, I wouldn't touch Adam Humphries. No, I wouldn't touch him. Thanks. Yep. Yep. Is McCaffrey resting? Good question. Good question. I mean, literally, I have no clue, but he's active. So not sure how much information that is, but I mean, he probably is going to suit up and then end up not doing anything. I mean, I swear, man, I hate Week 17 so much for this reason because it's all speculation. There's no confirmation from any teams. Like a team will come out and confirm something, but they'll do it, an hour before the game starts, or they won't confirm anything, and you're just sitting here like, okay, well, that's cool. Carson or Barkley? Give me Saquon. Jack Lewis. Easy. Saquon Barkley for sure. Debating on whether to switch Melvin Gordon or Marlon Mack. What? No. You're not going to switch Melvin Gordon for Marlon Mack. No. Listen, it is your team. You make the decision at the end of the day, but I wouldn't suggest doing so. Just saying. Let's see here. Who wins, Saints or Panthers? I couldn't care less. I honestly have no clue. I know you're doing your league pick'em, so off the top of my head, I'd probably say the Saints are going to win. Somehow the Saints will manage to pick up a W. I wouldn't be surprised if they did win. AJ Boye, I believe, is out. All right, let me get some confirmation on that. And then Deandre, what the hell is his damn name? I'm trying to scroll on this damn thing. Where is his name? Deandre Carter is probably a decent play in that case. Probably wide receiver 3 area. Should I start 2 tight ends, Kelsey and Ertz? Yeah, why not? Those are the 2 best tight ends. They're practically wide receivers. And their value is ridiculous. Full PPR, Valdez, Scantling, Lockett, or Reynolds. Give me Lockett, and then Valdez, Scantling, and then Reynolds. So in that order. But yeah, Lockett's number 1. Actually, you know what? With Davante Adams being out, it's either going to be Valdez, Scantling, or St. Brown as the number 1 wide receiver today and this week. So they probably have better upside than Tyler Lockett. But Tyler Lockett's that safe floor of 10 points if he ends up scoring a touchdown, here or there. But I doubt he ends up scoring a touchdown. It's all luck at that point. So I'll probably Valdez, Scantling in the full PPR, hoping that he gets majority of the targets with Davante Adams out this week. Will Chris Carson see a full workload? I don't know. It depends how bad they blow out the Cardinals. If they're up 28-0 at halftime, are they going to play Chris Carson in the second half? Absolutely not. They have no incentive to do so. They'd put Rashad Penny and Mike Davison and let them run house. Damian Williams or Peyton Barber? I'll take Damian Williams. Who wins, the Bills or the Dolphins? Probably... Oh, man. I'd probably say the Bills are going to win that game. For Kyle Williams, the defensive tackle that's retiring, they'll probably win for him. So I'll take the Bills between those two. Watson, Wilson, or Wilson? Or Watson, Wilson, or Winston? Goodness gracious. That's a tongue twister. Probably go with... Oh, man. I'm of the opinion that, honestly, Russell Wilson's going to be good. But I wouldn't be surprised if Deshaun Watson ends up having a better game. So I'll probably go Watson. And then if you want to go for the safe play, it's Wilson. And then Winston shouldn't even be on your radar at this point. I have Davante Adams. He's out. Who should I replace him with? Sterling Shepard, Brandon Cooks, Marquez Valdez, Scantling. Give me Brandon Cooks between those 3. But to be honest, look, here's the issue with that. Those 3 guys, they're all right now going to be great this week. Sterling Shepard, because of Odell Beckham being out, gets majority of the touches. On top of that, the Cowboys aren't starting their best players, or they'll pull them after the first couple of drives. Sterling Shepard will be able to take advantage of that. On top of that, okay, we have Brandon Cooks, good play, 10 points, great. Has the upside, but we haven't seen much. Marquez Valdez Scantling, we've seen him earlier this season. Now with Davante Adams out, can he step up, make a play? That's the question at hand. So between those 3, I'm probably going with the safe, old, reliable Brandon Cooks. But if I was to pick between Sterling Shepard and Scantling, I'd probably go with Shepard. Let's see here. Okay, I'm just going to scroll because I really hate this. Okay, here we go. Russell Wilson or Josh Allen? I'm going with Russell Wilson. Bears defense, Steelers defense, Seahawks defense. Seahawks defense play against the Cardinals. Man, that's not a bad play. To be honest, all 3 of those defenses, C-Mac, are really good plays. The Bears defense is going to give Kirk Cousins some trouble, but I'm sure Kirk Cousins will be able to put up a fight. Steelers playing against the Bengals, who they're just going to blitz the entire game. And then we have the Seahawks versus Josh Rosen, who can't stop throwing picks. I'd probably play Seahawks in this case, but they're all good defensive plays this week. Mcguire, Anderson, Jamal Williams, Christian McCaffrey, who are you sitting? I'm probably... Oh, God. I hate that. I hate that so much. Because I don't want to tell you that you should play Christian McCaffrey, and then he ends up not playing. So I'm left in a position where I'm just like, I've got no idea who the fuck to play. Let me see here. But between those three, off the top of my head, I'd probably sit McCaffrey. Legit, I'd consider sitting McCaffrey. Now, it might sound like I'm going crazy, but it's because I am going crazy, and I have no clue whether they're going to give Christian McCaffrey his normal workload today. Rodgers or Lamar Jackson? I'm going with Aaron Rodgers over Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I'll go with Aaron Rodgers over Jackson. Jackson's a safe play, 15-plus points. That's what you're going to get, but I think Rodgers has an even higher floor than that this week. Big Ben or Brady? Give me Ben Roethlisberger. Should I switch Davante Adams with Mohamed Sanu in a standard? Yes. Davante Adams is not playing, Aiden, so go with Mohamed Sanu this week. Ebron or Rudolph? I don't even know if Ebron's ready to play today. Is he even healthy? That's a good question. Let's see here. Let's see. What do we got here? Is Mariota playing today? I'm actually curious. Not expected to play versus Colts. Well, the Titans are definitely losing. They're going to blitz the Titans every single down. They're going to make them have to throw the ball to Corey Davis in order to win that game. I don't know about Derrick Henry today, guys. Like, I'm a little skeptical on whether Derrick Henry's even a good play because of the fact that all the Colts have to do really is send pressure at Blaine Gabbert, and it's going to force them to have to get rid of the ball soon or force interception. So I was literally going to check something on Ebron and then got caught looking at Mariota. Let me look at some other questions. Watson or Goff? Also Fairbairn or Crosby? I'll take Kimi, Fairbairn, and Watson or Goff. Where am I at on my damn rankings? Goff at 8, Watson at 9. I'll go with Goff over Watson then. Let's see here. Are you going to stick around and give dynasty advice in the offseason? Yeah. I got nowhere else to be. Look, here's my thing. We'll talk about it more to an extent later next week. But as of right now, I've been making videos, 3, 4, 5 times a week for the last 20 weeks. So for the last 5 months, I've been making 3, 4 plus videos a week. Yeah, probably like 4 or 5 videos a week, to be honest, especially in the good heyday. So I probably need a break. As of right now, after I get home from the 8 to 5 job, it's usually been finish the graphics, get on, record, upload, etc., answer questions, right? So I need a break. So after I take a good break, I'll come back with advice and videos and stuff like that. So don't worry, I'm not disappearing for too long. I'll probably have a video next week talking about fantasy playoffs, stuff like that, but not fantasy playoffs, but like the playoffs, and if you can play like DFS, daily fantasy stuff. All right, where are we at here? Is Kenny Golladay playing? Aiden, according to the information that I've been exposed to, he is not playing today, and he is inactive. So Kenny Golladay should not be in your lineup. Where are we at here? Let me go ahead and find Mr. Ebron, and let's see if Mr. Ebron had practiced this week, because that is a good question. Let me see some other stuff here. What do we got? Elijah Mcguire, Jamal Williams, CJ Anderson, Joe Mixon. I need to sit one. I'm thinking it's sit Mcguire. Yeah, I would probably sit Mcguire between the bunch. But to be honest, I'm just worried about Joe Mixon getting completely shut down, because the Steelers know, hey, the Bengals' only viable part of their offense, their MVP, is Joe Mixon. So why don't we just stack the box, force them to have to pass the ball with Jeff Driscoll, and perhaps he's going to turn over the ball because obviously there's no Tyler Boyd, there's no A.J. Green. He's going to throw it to Uzama, sure, but I'm sure that the Steelers are willing to go there. So to be honest, I probably sit Mixon this week. I know it's a tough ask, but either way, you can sit Mcguire if that's how you feel. Joe Mixon or Sony Michel or Mark Ingram need huge upside. I'm going with Sony Michel this week between the three. I know Mark Ingram seems like a good play, but I don't even know how much work he's going to get between those three. And then I just made my argument against Mixon just 2 seconds ago, so can't suggest him. So I'm going Michel, Jesus Morgan. Jack Lewis, Watson or Foles? We're going with Foles this week. Nick Foles, the man, the myth, the legend. Need 2 in a PPR. CJ Anderson, David Johnson, Dwayne Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. We have The Rock playing this week. God damn. Let me go. I gotta pull that. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Everybody here. Where is that? There you go. I think you meant Dwayne Washington, but it's all good. No problem, Manuel. Let's see here. Okay, so C.J. Anderson gets the start, and so does Damian Williams. So Damian Williams, C.J. Anderson are my 2 suggestions. Manuel Torres. Let's see here. Zayn Ali asks, I'm thinking about replacing either Jamal Williams, Nick Chubb, or C.J. Anderson for Carson. Who do you think? Yeah, I'm replacing Nick Chubb. I'm not playing him against the Ravens this week. If he's your only option, sure. But because you have Carson, I'm playing him over Chubb this week. Marquez Valdez-Scantling or Mohamed Sanu in a standard A8, and that is a fantastic. That's a tough question, to be honest. That is one of the tougher questions, actually. Because right now, I have Scantling and St. Brown at 25-ish, but now that Davante Adams is completely out, I still have Mohamed Sanu really high because I think Julio Jones is going to somehow get injured within the first drive and then be like, all right, peace, guys. I'm going to go sit on the sideline. And then it's going to be Mohamed Sanu racking in yards. But in a standard, I'm probably going Mohamed Sanu because there's just as much chance that St. Brown or Kumaro ends up with a touchdown over Scantling, and it fucks up his entire week. Let's see here. Mac or Mixon? I'm going You know what? I need to actually look. We're going with Joe Mixon. We're going with Joe Mixon. Because Marlon Mack against the Titans, that's not a good matchup either. And the last week when we saw him get vultured by his own quarterback in those 2 play action plays, where he literally could have handed him off the ball, he would have ran in for an extra 2 touchdowns. They just play action, like, come on, what are we doing? And the Titans' defense is pretty good against the run. So I'm sure they're not going to get bullied. Royce Freeman or Dwayne Washington? I'll take Royce Freeman this week. Let's see here. Wide receiver help. I have Sanu, Reynolds, Valdez, okay, MVS, Mike Williams, Rodgers, or Moncrief. So you need one or you need multiple? Because to be honest, I think your best options are Sanu, Valdez-Scantling, and then the third one is pretty much a dice roll or a dart throw. So I'd probably go with like Mike Williams or Chester Rogers, either one of those 2. Nelson or Crowder in a standard. I'm probably going with Jordy Nelson, Lex. Yeah, Crowder's a PPR guy. I know Nelson is too, but Nelson probably has a higher upside of that elusive touchdown. Won a league, lost a league. Thank you for the insight this year. No problem. Constantly winning. Pick 2, Chubb, Mack, or Anderson. I'm probably taking Mack and Anderson over Nick Chubb this week, Adam. Baldwin or Mohamed Sanu? I'll take Doug Baldwin this week. Josh Allen or Sam Darnold? Goodness gracious, I have the wrong screen up. All right, there we are. Let's see here. Yeah, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, or Derek Carr. Championship on the line. Oh, man. You got to have the 3 worst quarterbacks you could possibly name. I mean, they're not the worst, right? Because they're actually quite fantasy relevant at this point. So between those 3, oh, goodness. Sam Darnold's been playing good in the last couple weeks. Plays against the Patriots. Okay, Patriots, we know, they've been, on defense, but then they can also turn it on and figure it out. Derek Carr plays against the Kansas City Chiefs. Last time he played against the Chiefs, he dropped 30 points. Not 30 fantasy points, but 30 points as a team. It's a pretty good upside there. But then there's Josh Allen, who's the most consistent of the 3. Didn't have a good week last week because he played against the Patriots, who are good against rookie quarterbacks. I'm probably going Josh Allen this week against the Dolphins. Damian Williams, Jamal Williams. I'm assuming it's half-point at 1 and 2 running back. Yeah, okay. I have Jeff Wilson Jr., James White on my bench. I have Dwayne Washington, Humphries at the flex. Okay. So if we're thinking about a flex between those 4 in a full-point PPR, I'm either going Humphries or Jeff Wilson, Jason Bell. But to be honest, let me see. If they play against the 40, Jeff Wilson. Yeah, I'll probably go Jeff Wilson because the more guaranteed touches with Matt Breida being out. And to be honest, with all those wide receivers out for the 49ers, there's gonna be more work for Kittle, Kendrick Bourne, and Jeff Wilson. So I'd probably go Jeff Wilson. And, yeah, probably close second is Humphries. I don't know about James White. James White, if he didn't score that touchdown last week, still not getting enough work in the passing game, so full PPR doesn't make a difference for him. So it's between Wilson and Humphries. I'm going to go Wilson because of the guaranteed touches. Championship is on the line. Listen, we're in week 17. Everyone's championship is on the line, Jason. Connor or McCaffrey? Goodness gracious. This question is the most toxic question I could have possibly been asked because I have no answer. This is the first time in a very long time where I legit don't have an answer on a Sunday because I have no clue. But who do I know is going to play? I know McCaffrey is active. That is a given. I have no clue on James Conner at the moment, but this is the last game of the season. If he's healthy, he's going to play. They're trying to make the playoffs this week, so maybe Conner plays. I don't know, guys. I legit have no clue. I was kind of going towards The Rock. Much appreciated. Okay, awesome. Baltimore defense or New England defense? Give me Baltimore. Traquan Smith or Hogan or Sanu? Traquan Smith, not a bad play if Teddy Bridgewater knows how to throw the ball. Because Traquan's not a bad wide receiver. He just doesn't get enough targets from Drew Brees. That being said, I'm going with Sanu over all three of those guys. Saquon second, and Chris Hogan is third. Nick Foles or Jameis Winston in my play? Yeah, you're going with Nick Foles, Michael. Nick Foles is the better play this week. Nick Chubb or The Rock? I'd probably take The Rock. He's doing all the steroids. He literally does all. Have you guys seen the new TV show The Rock has? Like, it is hilarious, right? The tagline, like when the commercial starts, it's like, ordinary people. It's like, no, listen, these people aren't ordinary. These people work out every day. Half of them are on the juice. That's why we're not testing these people. This is a reality show kind of thing. It doesn't matter. Regardless. Let's see here. Thanks, Andrew, for all the advice. Okay, I won my league last week. Thanks. No problem. All is well. I'm glad you could pick up that championship W. Let's see here. Ian Thomas or Evan Engram watching from the UK. I'm going Evan Engram. It's not even close. And shout out to the UK. That's awesome. Need 3. Derrick Henry, Peyton Barber, Darren Sproles, or Cook. Is that Dalvin Cook? So I'm going Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, and Peyton Barber. Master P Funk 82. Leave Sproles on the bench. Is Aguilar worth playing over Deshaun Hamilton at the wide receiver too? No, I played Deshaun Hamilton over him. Let's see, Aaron Rodgers or Nick Foles? Aaron Rodgers or Nick Foles? They're practically right next to each other in my rankings. I just like Nick Foles a little bit more, considering he doesn't have his number 1 target out this week. So I go with Nick Foles this week. Rudolph or Herndon? Man, I don't know about Kyle Rudolph. Had a great week last week. Had 9 targets. Had that Hail Mary at the end of the first half. Had 2 touchdowns. Looked great. Okay? Looked like Kyle Rudolph actually showed up for a week, But between those two, Bears defense against the tight end, I'm probably going with Herndon. But to be honest, it's the tight end position, and I have no clue how. Tight end position is practically random, so it's a coin toss. It really is on who plays better. All right, my chat is like auto scrolling, so I'm just gonna let it roll. Okay, let's see here. Which defense should I start? Steelers, New Orleans, or Eagles? Probably Steelers. I prefer Steelers defense. Let's see here. Jeff Wilson, Robbie Anderson, or Randall Cobb. I don't even know if Randall Cobb is playing, but still going between those 3. If it's a PPR, I consider Robbie Anderson. Yeah, I'd probably go Robbie Anderson over all 3 of those guys, or as the 3 bunch. I know Jeff Wilson, he's going to get touches, but Robbie Anderson's just been too good, and he sees too many targets. And he has a higher touchdown upside because he has that big playmaking ability. And he's found the end zone last 2 weeks. Okay, last 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, actually. Although I didn't have a necessarily successful season, you got me from 12 to 5. Thanks for helping me out this season. No problem, JJ Dobson. McCaffrey or Rod Smith? I don't want to answer McCaffrey questions, guys. I really don't. I have no clue. I have legit no clue. Somebody tell me if McCaffrey's going to play. Someone tell me. Yes, tell me. So find someone that is convinced that he's going to play and he's going to have a good week, and then I'll tear him down and tell him that he's not. But honestly, between those two, oh man, I don't know. I don't know what to speculate. I want to assume that he's not going to play, but if he plays, you have to start him. So McCaffrey would probably get the spot over Rod Smith, in my opinion. I'd rather sink the ship with McCaffrey than have him on the bench. So I'd probably go with McCaffrey, Rocco. Thank you for all the help. Happy New Year. Just one more. Justin Tucker, Mason Crosby, trying to finish. Okay, yeah. Between those two, they play against the Lions. Mason Crosby. Last time he played against the Lions, he missed 4 field goals in a single game. Maybe he can turn it around and he can end the season off strong. Let's go Mason Crosby, baby. Let's see it for the Packers. All right, which three should I start? Damian Williams, Jamal Williams, C.J. Anderson, Elijah Mcguire. Damian Williams, Jamal Williams, C.J. Anderson. In that exact order, those are the three that you are playing. Brody Rhodes. All right, Economics St. Brown is inactive. Great, that's even better. Scantling is not a top 10. He's a top 15 this week. Actually, you know what? If he's not is Randall Cobb playing? That's the question at this point. Let's see. Where is Randall Cobb? Because if he's playing, it kind of takes a little bit of value. But if Scantling is literally the only wide receiver, it doesn't really help him because he has to get defended by Darius Slay the entire game. That's a pretty good cornerback. Let's see here. Where's Randall Cobb? Looks like he's going to play, huh? Cleared concussion protocol. Back at practice. Okay, so Cobb's going to play. It kind of helps him a little bit, but is he a top 10? No, he probably will be a top 15 play. If, in fact, Economics St. Brown is out this week. Javorius. Let's see here, Javorius. Do you think Goff can bring it back against kind of hesitant to put him in over Watson? Listen, if you want to play Watson over him, go for it. I have them literally ranked next to each other, which means the difference between them, in my opinion, is a couple points. I mean, there could be a chance that one comes out and drops 40. There could be a chance that one comes out and drops 4. I don't know who it's going to be, but as of right now, they've both been pretty good, and they have really good matchups. My only concern is that Watson, I don't know. How healthy is his offense with DeAndre Hopkins being questionable here and there? Wide receiver core is pretty much broken down to the bare minimum. And Lamar Miller, I mean, I don't know. So I'd probably go with Goff, but if you want Watson, go for it. I have no problem against that. I don't think it's a big shift. Let's see here. Where are we at? Would you start the Bears defense against the Vikings this week? Yeah, why not? I mean, if you have a better option, like if you have what's a better option than that, though? I feel like it's one of the better options. If you have the Ravens defense, sure. If you have the Texans defense, sure. If you have the Steelers defense, I like that a little bit more. But yeah, no, I think the Bears defense is not bad play against the Vikings this week. PPR flex, Humphries, Williams, or where? I'm taking Humphries. Unless that's Jamal or Damian Williams. If it's Jamal or Damian Williams, I'm playing that guy. But I need first names. I don't need Williams because there's other Williams. Oh my goodness, what happened there? There's other Williams in the league. So I mean, there's a Mike Williams, there's a Tyrell Williams. Like I don't know who you're talking about, Alex. So clarify that, and I'll finish your question. But if it's Damien or Jamal, I'll take them over the other two. Otherwise, it's Humphries. Who should I start, Fitzgerald or Sproles? I'll play Fitzgerald, to be honest. I think Sproles is not a bad play, but he really relies upon the touchdown. Sproles doesn't get that many touches either. Like his snap count is low because he has to split carries. I mean, not carries. He has to split time with Josh Adams, and then Wendell Smallwood's also in that rotation. I understand that Sproles is not a bad play, but having only 3 targets last week. He caught all 3 of his targets, but that 40-yard receiving touchdown really made his week. So this week I'd probably just stick with Fitzgerald. But then again, both of them old faithfuls, but I like Larry Legends just a little bit more. Engram or Ebron? I'll take Engram this week. Rod Smith or Royce Freeman? I'll probably take Royce Freeman. Man. Yeah, I'll probably go with Royce Freeman this week. Looks like Ebron's playing, but Engram might be a better. Yeah, I think he is the better play. C.J. Anderson or Mixon? Give me C.J. Anderson. Javier, let's see here. Zeke or Williams? Yeah, Zeke is not playing. Juno Lee, yeah, Zeke is not playing today. He's inactive. He's not playing. So put him on your bench. Thanks for the advice, man. Got me where I am today. As a first-year rookie, LOL. But also picked Robbie Anderson and Sanu. Should be able to keep Wilson in the flex. Also, Cobb is playing, with no Adams, yeah. I don't know if there's any questions. Should I keep Wilson in the flex with Cobb being available and Davante Adams being out? In a full PPR, the Cobb is not a bad play. Goodness. This is a make or break kind of play here. Jeff Wilson Jr. versus the Rams. Is it in LA? It makes a difference. If it's in San Francisco, I would actually play Jeff Wilson. But if it's not, all right, Mr. Jeff Wilson, where are you guys playing at? You guys play at the Rams? No. Okay, I'm playing Randall Cobb between the two. I'll take Randall Cobb. All right, let's see here. Did my thing auto-scroll? I think it did. Let's see here. Where are we at? Mohamed Sanu better than Humphries. Yes, in my opinion, he is. But they're pretty close also in my book, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. I think it's like Mohamed Sanu 19, Adam Humphries 21. Practically right next to each other. I just think Mohamed Sanu has the better upside for the touchdown. And if Jameis Winston gets pulled in the second half, I don't know how much Ryan Griffin's going to do to contribute to Adam Humphries' total by the end of the day. Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year to you as well, Leo. PPR sit one. I have Jamal Williams, Damian Williams, Henry, and CJ Anderson. Woo! I'm kind of considering sitting Derrick Henry today. I really am. I think Jamal Williams, Damian Williams, and CJ Anderson are really good plays. And I don't know about Derrick Henry. If, in fact, Mariota is going to be out, which it looks like he's trending towards being out, I don't know how much a Blaine Gabbert-led offense is going to be able to contribute. I understand Henry's good, but if they keep filling the box, how much is he going to be able to get done? So I'd probably sit Henry between those four. If you don't want to sit Henry and you feel like he's a good play, then you sit CJ Anderson. Otherwise, the Williams brothers have to play. Who has a bigger game, Sam Darnold or Rodgers? Rodgers does. Sam Darnold, I'm telling you, rookie quarterbacks versus the Patriots, it's not a good combination. The Patriots really know how to get after the quarterback and make their life a living hell. They throw so many reads at them. They disguise their defenses so that literally everything they see just is completely different as the ball is snapped. So they definitely make them struggle. What else we have? Also, you know what? Other quarterback good matchups. If you have Andrew Luck, he has to play. He's 10-0 versus the Titans in his career. 10-0. That's something to keep your eye out on. So if you're a T.Y. Hilton owner, if you're an Andrew Luck owner, if you're a Marlon Mack owner, they're going to score and they're going to win today. That's a given. So they probably will score fantasy points for you. Let's see here. Sean Brisky asks, go Steelers or Eagles defense? I'd probably go with the Steelers defense today. Yeah, I'm going Steelers. I think they're just going to bring the heat on Joe Mixon, just like the Browns did last week. I know the Browns let off the pedal last week a little bit. That's why the Bengals scored a little bit, but I'm sure the Steelers are looking to exact some revenge. They haven't been playing too well in the last couple weeks. Could have won that game last week, but, it happens. Juju fumbled, no big deal. Rod Smith or Lamar Miller? I'd probably go Lamar Miller between those two. Thanks, high five. Yep, no problem. CJ Anderson, Mixon, Damian Williams, or where? Between all those, give me Damian Williams. And if you don't trust that, then you go CJ Anderson second. That's pretty much it. So if you need two, both those guys. Okay, so Randall Cobb or Robbie Anderson or Sanu? Give me Robbie Anderson. Give me Randall. Ooh, Randall Cobb or Sanu. Man, that is ooh, wow. They're super close, dude. And my only reservation on Randall Cobb is that I don't know if he's going to do anything. I know he plays in the slot. I know he's got the rapport with Aaron Rodgers, but how much can we trust it? Goodness, I think they're all really close, but I like Robbie Anderson more than all of them. I'd probably go Sanu second and then Randall Cobb third, but it's close third. He's probably like ranked 20 3, 4 in my rankings. As soon as Marquez Valdez-Scantling goes to like 15-ish. So, yeah. Rudolph or Engram? I'll get, Engram. Engram, Jack Lewis, Engram. Let's see here. Yeah. Moby1 Kenobi already knows. I'm going with Damian Williams today, guys. I literally have Damian Williams as my number 2 ranked running back. I'm full go with Damian Williams. Greetings. Kittle or Kelsey? Give me Kelsey. Yeah, give me Kelsey this week. Let's see here. Full point PPR. Baldwin or Robbie Anderson? I'll take Baldwin this week. Last question. Ryan or Foles? One's playing against a bad defense. One's playing against a potential playoff run against a broken team. Yeah, no. I understand what you're saying. You're saying Foles could play better because he's trying to make the playoffs. I still think he could. In my ranking, they're literally next to each other. 5 and 6. There's no wrong answer between the two. Jason Bell, so, play with it as you may. I think both of them have their upside this week, and they both will have good weeks, so there's no wrong answer there. Who's the better play, Damian Williams or Jamal Williams? I'm taking Damian Williams, as per usual. Thank you for all the great advice. Derrick Henry or Gus Edwards? Give me Derrick Henry. Yep, give me Derrick Henry. I don't know how much Gus Edwards is going to do today. If Gus Edwards doesn't score a touchdown, there's problems. Instantly, there's problems. He doesn't end up doing anything. If he runs for 100 yards and he doesn't score a touchdown, guess what? He's not catching a single ball ever. So he'll end up with 10 points. Great, but he has to run for 100 yards to do so, to only get 10 points. If he doesn't have that touchdown, it just doesn't help. So this week, I'll probably go with Henry, who, if he gets near the goal line, at least has a chance, has a fighter's chance. Where do we go? Okay, here we go. Wilson or Winston? Easily, Nick. We're going with Russell Wilson this week. Randall Cobb, it's a new question, was for the flex option. I have Hopkins and Cooks as my 2 starters. For the flex, literally could go either way. Like, honestly, you could flip the coin and play one over the other, but I like Mohamed Sanu more than Randall Cobb this week. Let's see here. Thanks for the great advice. No problem. Carson or Gordon? Give me Melvin Gordon. Rolando, sorry. Rolando, for sure. Melvin Gordon, not even close. Chris Carson, on the other hand, if they end up being up a lot of points, by halftime, Rashad Penny's going to get some snaps. He's going to get snaps. And Melvin Gordon, on the other hand, they're trying to win to try to get a first-round bye, hoping that obviously the Chiefs lose to the Raiders, which is a little out of sorts when it comes to likeliness, but we'll see. Thielen, Foster, Jordy in a PPR. To be honest, probably Jordy's been the best of the 3 in the last couple weeks, huh? Still, between the 3, I'd probably... Oh, man. I hate Thielen so much. Why does he have to... He was so damn good earlier on in the year. He was so good. And then teams are like, you know what? Just double cover his ass. Who cares? Put the safety over the top. Give him some bump and rub coverage in the first couple yards. And give him hell. So, between those 3, Javier, I'm probably going... Oh, man. I'd probably go with, if it's a PPR, full PPR. If Jordy Nelson catch 7 balls, he's probably better than Thielen already. And if Robert Foster scores a touchdown, he's better than all of them. Probably Jordy's the best play between the 3. In a full PPR, I know Thielen because of the name value and Foster because of what he's done in the last couple weeks, but probably Jordy's the best play in a full PPR. Sony Michel or C.J. Anderson? I'll go with C.J. Anderson, high five. Let's see here. Also stole Damian Williams along with Jamal. I'm always lurking on them waivers. Yep, that's the way to do it. I said Christian McCaffrey and start Chris Carson, Jamal Williams, and C.J. Anderson over him. Yes, tough cruise. Absolutely. Those are 3 good options that are going to play well this week, so you don't have to worry about it. Let's see here. Standard, C.J. Anderson or Jamal Williams. C.J. Anderson, Jamal Williams, Damian Williams. Pick 2. Probably Jamal and Damien. Probably Jamal Williams and Damian Williams. It's a standard. Never mind. We're going to play Damian Williams and we're going to play C.J. Anderson. If it's a PPR, I think Jamal Williams is going to see more targets this week because of the fact that all those wide receivers are out for the Packers. But now that you don't get the yardage from it, it's pretty much a toss-up because, let me see here. Where are we at? Jamal Williams. No, I have C.J. Anderson above him. Yeah, no, we have no problem. We're playing C.J. Anderson. We're playing Damian Williams. We're going to leave Jamal off to the side, which is unfortunate, but, it happens. Thanks, no problem. Thank you. Looking forward to the offseason and getting to 5K. I know. I'm trying to get to that 5K subscriber mark. It's difficult, but, it's a grind. No big deal. Smash the like button. Thank you. Yes, we should do that. Everybody who's still here, smash the like button. Let's get it going. Carson, Chubb, Sony in a standard. Give me Chris Carson between those three. Constantino, Gonzalez. Yeah, give me Chris Carson. And if you're of the opinion that Chris Carson might get pulled after, the first half, then Sony Michel's your better play. But I still like Carson no matter what. Okay, what are we at? We're at 9:46. We're looking at all right, no big deal. Okie dokie, people. All right. Got no questions to scroll on. I'm waiting. There we go. Here we are. Standard. Rod Smith or Carson. Thanks, winning me Super Bowl because of, yeah. We're going to go Chris Carson, Nick. Chris Carson's the play this week. He should be playing and starting, and he should be having a pretty good week. It literally only takes one. I'm telling you. It'll take one half of football to make Chris Carson relevant. Because the Cardinals are so bad at stopping the run, he will be good. So, yeah, we'll go Chris Carson over Rod Smith. Rolando asks, pick 2 in a PPR. Tyreek Hill, Julio Jones, Juju Smith, or DeAndre Hopkins. Okay, let's go ahead and let's pull it up, shall we? I'm going to grab it right now. Oh, that's not it. Right here. Okay, we have to jump around a little bit. Okay, so here's the thought process here, okay? Of the names, Julio has to play. Tyreek Hill, number 6, but if Antonio Brown is out, Juju's at 5. So Juju would be the next best play if Antonio's out. Hopkins is at 7, and then if Antonio's in, Juju sits at 10. So there's a lot of jumping around here. A lot of it has to do with whether or not Antonio Brown plays. But if you don't want to worry about that, you play Julio and you play Tyreek, and that is your starting lineup between the receivers. Otherwise, if in fact or when Antonio Brown is considered out or in, I mean, it's an afternoon game. It really doesn't do us any favors. So, yeah, just safer plays, Hill, Julio, or Hopkins. Hopkins is only a question mark in my mind because of the matchup against Ramsey, who's given him some troubles in the past. So, could struggle again today, but you never know. He's still a top 7 wide receiver, for the love of God. So, they're all really good plays. Tyreek Hill is probably the most volatile. So if you're looking for more safety, then you go Hopkins and Julio. All right, let's see here. Lamar or Jameis? The weekend, we're going to go with Lamar Jackson this week. Great play against the Browns defense. Should be good. Jameis Winston, on the other hand, I mean, it's a good matchup against the Falcons, but I'm expecting them to bench him at halftime and play Ryan Griffin because they need to see some work out of him. Oh, snap, Davante Adams is sitting this week. That is correct. Hopkins playing the full game. I mean, listen, the Houston Texans, they want to get a first-round bye. How do they do so? They win, and the Patriots lose. Right? That's all they need because they're tied as of right now. I think they both have 11 wins. Is it 11 wins, if I'm not mistaken? So is it 11 or 10? I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's 11. Let me go ahead and see this. Because if not, then the Patriots are automatically locked in. Let me see here. Okay, let's see here. Joe asks, Mixon, McCaffrey. That's the best way to spell McCaffrey, lol. Mac or Dalvin Cook. Best between all of them. It's really close, dude. They're literally like neck and neck within each other. Let's see here. Where are we at? We have Mixon, we have Cook, we have Mac, and then there's no McCaffrey because I don't expect him to do anything today. So probably go with Mixon over to the other two because the other two have terribly difficult matchups. And you never know. If Mixon finds the end zone, he makes himself clean. So the Patriots have 10 wins. The Texans have 10 wins. If the Texans win and the Patriots lose, boom, they get a first-round bye. So Hopkins, yes, he's playing the entire game, to answer your question. Let's see here. Brown knee is taking part of the pregame warm-ups. And remains hopeful for Sunday against the Bengals. Ian Rappaport. Great. They play at 1 o'clock, so there's a lot of time until whether or not we know for a fact he's playing. But, yeah, we'll see. Liked. Also, thank you for all the advice, Andrew. Going to miss your videos on my drive to work. Don't worry. I'll have I'm not going to have multiple videos a week. I'll tell you that much, okay? Because there's not much to talk about until we get near March, April, and the draft starts to get upon us. But I'll have a video next week talking about, NFL playoffs and a couple of my thoughts about going into next year. But either way, let's see here. Taking part. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Lamar Jackson, yes, over Jameis Winston. We'll take that. Scantling, Rod Smith, Jalen Samuels at the flex. Play Scantling. Currently starting Gordon, CJ, Damien. Struggling with Damien. Okay, yeah. Dwayne, Rod, Chubb on my bench. Trying to maximize upside this week. Catch championship. What do you mean? It's perfect. Melvin Gordon, CJ Anderson, and Damian Williams. That is beautiful. That's a fantastic starting lineup. Fantastic. Coleman or Howard? I think I had. Where's Coleman? Coleman and Howard. There it is. They're literally right there. Right. No, Andrew, figure it out. Right there. Yeah, down there. I'll take Coleman over Howard this week. Let's go back to the other screen. Jesus. All right. Thank you for all, buddy. See you next year. Yeah, God willing. Thank you. No problem. Happy New Year. Rod Smith, Dalvin Cook. Give me Dalvin Cook. Cortez. Elijah Mcguire or Stephen. Is that autocorrect? It must be autocorrect. You guys must be watching on the phone. There's no way. Yeah, because Stephon is not usually spelt with an F-O-N, but, it doesn't matter. Elijah Mcguire or Stephon Diggs. I'm probably going with, oh, man, I really want to play Stephon Diggs, but Elijah Mcguire is just getting too many touches, so we'll go with Elijah Mcguire this year. Thanks, no problem. Will Patrick Mahomes play the entire game? Absolutely. Okay, listen to this. King LA. If Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs don't win against the Raiders, they have to play in the first round of the playoffs because the Chargers are going to beat the Broncos. And when the Chargers beat the Broncos and have a better record than the Kansas City Chiefs if they lose, bada boom, they're screwed. So Patrick Mahomes is playing the whole game. Not only is he going to play the whole game, he's going to throw for 4 touchdowns. I'm just letting you know. Thanks for the advice this season. No problem, Lean Ranger. Papa Bless, that's right. Papa Bless is fact. Good old H3, baby. All right, let's see here. Thank you, boss. No problem. Okay, we're almost at the end of our rope, I guess you could say. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and change something. Where are we at? Yeah, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is my 1A. Like, I can't I can't move Patrick Mahomes from 1A. Next season, when we're ranking quarterbacks, he's going to be number 1 again. I mean, he's too good. Legit just too good. All right, where are we at here? Oh, my goodness. Oh, crap. We'll see how this week goes. We'll see how... Oh, man, I hate Christian McCaffrey so much. I hate the Panthers. The Panthers in general, man. They should just keep him inactive. Don't play him. It's like, what the hell is the point? Should I start Connor? It's a great question, Joe. Who's your other running back options? I need to know your other running back options so I give you the advice because Connor is very, well, do you have any other running back options that play this morning that are better than him? And or do you have any other running back options that would take his spot if, in fact, he doesn't play this afternoon? That is the question. Thanks for your response. Tips throughout the season. No problem, King LA. Let's see here. Give me the response, Joe. I'm ready. Oh, man. Let's see. Where are we at here? MVS or Ridley at the flex. Give me Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Avery. Holmes. Yeah. Give me MVS. Calvin Ridley is not a bad play, but last couple weeks been Last week he had a good week. Great. But he had a 70-yard receiving touchdown. And to be honest, when you're scoring that, obviously it's going to throw your balance off. So Valdez-Scantling as the number 1 wide receiver this week's better play. All right, you have Mixon, you have McCaffrey, you have Dalvin Cook, and you have Marlon Mack. Those are your other guys. All right, great. So to be honest, Mixon, Dalvin Cook, Marlon Mack, better plays? Probably. I mean, they're less risky comparatively to things. So let me see. Is anybody else playing the afternoon slate with Connor that you can? Oh, okay. Mixon does. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, so are you already starting Mixon? Because if you already are, then that kind of throws my my idea out of the window. Because currently today, okay, there are like 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games that are starting at 1:25 p.m. or 4:25 p.m. depending on where you are in the U.S. Maybe you're out of the U.S. I have no clue. So as of right now, you have Mac. Okay, Mac you can replace. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. All right, Joe. You're going to play Joe Mixon and James Conner today. If, in fact, James Conner is out, you're going to play Mac over James Conner. Bada boom. I don't know about Dalvin Cook versus the Bears. Now, Dalvin Cook could be good, but or you can just play Dalvin Cook and then flex Conner with Mixon or Mac, depending on whether he plays or not. Either way, we're moving on. Appreciate it. Subscribed. Wish I would have found you sooner. LOL, no problem, Media Group. Been here for only 5 months on YouTube, so I'm pretty new. And to be honest, because my YouTube channel is not named XYZ Fantasy Football, I'm not coming up in the search option or the search engine as much as other people are. But either way, glad you could find us. And yeah, we're gonna be good for next season. So stay tuned. All right, what do you think about Dwayne Washington? I don't have any opinions on him. Literally, I think Luke Kuechly's going to ruin his life today. Honestly, I have no clue. You're talking about a running back that I haven't seen play this year in an offense who's going to be completely all backups. So, I don't know. I don't know. And if Mark Ingram ends up playing and taking snaps away from him, it's even worse, Jerome. All right. Good luck, everyone. In your leagues, 5 minutes till kickoff. Yep. Tariq Cohen, Dalvin Cook, Stephon Diggs. Who do you think is going to have a better game? Stephon Diggs. I believe Stephon Diggs will have a better game. But to be honest, Dalvin Cook will probably get more touches. So, I'm probably going... okay, if you play in a full-point PPR, Stephon Diggs. You play in a standard, you go with Dalvin Cook. But I still think I like Stephon Diggs a little bit more. All right. Tariq Cohen, Dalvin Cook, Stephon, yeah, we already went through that. Elijah Mcguire, Amari Cooper in the flex. Elijah Mcguire or Amari Cooper? No, Amari Cooper's not playing. No. Do not touch Amari Cooper this week. If he plays, it's for one drive and he's done. There's no way that they need to play him. So you go with Mcguire in the flex. Papa Bless, yep, no problem. Ian Thomas or Kittle? Give me Kittle. Easily. Kittle. Let me type it back really quickly. Kittle. All righty. All right, we're almost done here. As soon as it hits 10 o'clock, I'm outie. Hope you guys have a great... what's up? Good old Southern California, baby. Thanks, bro. No problem. Hold up. Let me see here. No problem, Nasir. Have a good one. Okie dokie. Almost done. I think this is the last video on our regular season. Technically, let's see here. I've ended 10-3 this season and discovered you during the playoffs. You have great advice. You're like the Jesus of fantasy football. I'm definitely not the Jesus of fantasy football. I don't know if there's not a single person that is the Jesus of fantasy football, because the unpredictability of it requires a lot of luck and BS to go in your direction in order to get you in. So it happens. But either way, thank you very much for the compliment, and glad I could help you out this season. Anderson or Sanu? I'll take Robbie Anderson, Ricardo. Anderson's like my number 14 wide receiver, and Sanu's like 19. So they're pretty good plays. They're both wide receiver 2s this week, but Anderson probably going to get more targets this week. Enjoy your Sunday, Ugly Dude. Welcome. We'll end up enjoying my Sunday. Probably end up going back to sleep because I'm tired and I woke up early and I stayed up late. So we'll see. Yeah, I know. Robbie Anderson. We'll take Robbie Anderson. I'll just start typing shit out. So we have no... I know there's a delay on this, but I don't understand why. Either way. Okay, well, it's 10 o'clock. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Tomorrow, Monday, the 31st of December, I will have a video. I'll post it, I don't know, tomorrow night. Talking about the channel and stuff like that. So if you'd like to check that out, that'd be awesome. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. Good luck this weekend. Hope you guys pick up some championships. And until next time, which won't be too far in the future, guys. Don't worry. Where are you from, Andrew? I am from the depths of hell. No, I don't know. It's kind of a... Well, let me just type it back. Let's just do it that way so we don't have to worry. Can't wait to see the gauntlet next year. Jesus. Maybe I should go buy an actual gauntlet. Because I've seen some actual pretty clean gauntlets on... I think Disney sells like the actual... like not the mitten I have. I have the fantasy mitten. That's why perhaps the gems don't work sometimes. Maybe that's the problem. But either way. I'm from Bellflower. All right, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that live in this LA area that listen to the channel. I'm going to LA this weekend for the Laker game. Come through. LOL, come through. What you mean? You gonna buy me a ticket? You buy me a ticket this year, I'll show up, dude. I don't know what the hell to tell you. I'm from the real hell, Vegas. That's a good one, Brandon. Oh my goodness, good old Nevada, Las Vegas. You are the real gem? Yeah, I'm the real MVP. You dropping the Kevin Durant MVP speech? You're the real MVP, mama. All right. Anyway, I'm lingering at this point. I don't know if I want to linger. But either way. Let's see if any teams have actually scored at this point. I'm actually quite curious. Let's see here. What are we doing? Okay, dokie. I want to see if someone took one back to the house. So there's only 3 games that are live right now? No, okay, no. The Cowboys play and then wow. There are so many afternoon games. There's only 5 games. No, was this 1, 2? No, it's actually set. Yeah, there's 7 games that are active right now. Why aren't they kicked off yet, though? Strange. All right, let me see here. Where's the YouTube chat again? Let's close this sucker. I'm from Michigan. But the Detroit Lions suck? LOL. Hold up. Wait. But why are you coming through for the Laker game? You coming to LA to watch a Laker game? Isn't that what you just said? Going to LA this weekend for the Laker game. What the hell are you in LA for? That's crazy, dude. Maybe, I don't know. Either way. All right. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I'm done. I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I want to sleep. And honestly, I just want to... You know what? This is probably the best Sunday yet. You want to know why? Because this is the only Sunday I can sit down and not have to worry about my team losing. Because I don't have any teams active. That is the best. Love the Lakers. Great. You know, the Lakers were from Michigan. The Great Lakes. Lakers makes sense. Who's a good stack in an afternoon game? Oh, you're looking for DFS? All right, let me go look this up right now. Hold up. Let me go see the matchups in the afternoon. Let's see. NFL. Let me see these matchups. A good stack in the afternoon slate. Let's see here. I'm going to say the best possible stack that I'm looking at right now is Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. But if we're not going with that, the next best stack It depends if Antonio Brown plays. Because if Antonio Brown is out, then it's Juju and Big Ben Roethlisberger. And then after all of that, we go with Phillip Rivers and Keenan Allen stack. So those are the better options in my opinion. Those are the better options. Let's see here. I'm a LeBron fan. That's cool. Thank you, no problem. Lakers from Minnesota, FYI. Aren't they from Michigan? No, Minnesota? We sure about that? Really? Then what the hell are they called the Lakers for? The hell, Minnesota got some lakes? I don't know. Either way, I'm tired. I will see you guys later. Talk to you guys later. We'll have a video tomorrow, and hopefully you guys check that out. Either way, peace, light, deuces.